So I bought this lot of 4 untested PS Vita consoles and 5 PSP consoles from Goodwill, and in this video, we'll test everything out, see if anything works, and we'll see if we can find any surprises. So as you can see, we have this nice variety. We got some PS Vita consoles, some PSP. We actually have a couple PSPs that are supposedly complete in the box, or at least have a box, and pretty excited to check out what we have here. Let's go ahead and start with these PSPs, because I'm very interested to see what's inside of these boxes right here. Now, for everything you see in this video, I paid almost $900 for it, which is honestly probably too much, unless everything works, but we'll go ahead and check it out. Now, this PSP is very similar to the one I have personally. I got the PSP 2000, the blue one back in the day. Pretty neat console. This box is actually not in too bad of condition. Flipping over to the back, Little Big Planet, Gran Turismo, Jack and Daxter. Good stuff here. And yeah, the box is actually in pretty solid condition. Now, opening it up, we have, we got this little packet here with, I guess, some manual and stuff. Let's see. And yeah, so this one actually does have some like inserts and manuals. That's actually really neat. This quick start guide is still sealed. Pretty cool. We've got, we even got our charger here. Nice. We've got our charger. Now what I'm wondering is if this PSP console is actually the correct one for this box. At first glance, I'm pretty sure this box is supposed to be a 2000. Let me check. Yeah, so this box is supposed to be a PSP 3000. And what do we have inside? We have a PSP 1000. So that's a bit unfortunate. I don't know if I saw that in the pictures or not. If you guys don't know, the Goodwill pictures online are pretty hard to see. They're really grainy. You can't zoom in much. So I don't remember if I knew that or not. But it is kind of cool to get a complete in-box system, or at least close to it. Now I want to check out this other one as well, which looks even more interesting. It's a value pack. And when I pulled it out of the box, it was bulging because they put a bunch of, this stuff right here in it, which is awesome to see. My favorite thing, packing peanuts. If you guys don't know, I hate packing peanuts, but that's besides the point. Let's go ahead and see what's inside of here. All right, so in this box, with all the packing peanuts cleared out, we have, I guess, a power cord for our charger. Oh, we got some earbuds, PSP themed earbuds. That's pretty cool. We've got, those plug into the earbuds. Huh. I have not seen this accessory before, but that's pretty neat, especially for back in the PSP days. We've also got a little PSP travel case for your console. We also have some manuals and a sampler disc. Oh, what's in here? I bet it's got some demos on it. That's pretty neat. And then last but not least, we have a little strap that looks like one of those Wii remote straps, and then another USB cord. And then we have a little carrying case here, which I assume has a PSP in it. And boom. All right, cool. So we have some carrying cases here with no games, and we do have a PSP. Now this is a PSP 1000, and that is actually correct for this box. One other thing I missed is there's a screen guard in here, which is still brand new and sealed. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually test out some of these PSP consoles now. So here's the PSP from the value pack, and just looking at it, screen is not too bad. I think it just needs some wiping down, and overall all the buttons are clicking. The back looks really good. Let's go ahead and see if it boots up. I'm guessing it has no power. Yeah, no power. So let's go ahead and plug this in and see if it boots up when I plug it in. So I took the charging cord from the first box you opened, and oddly enough, it seems like the charging cord has never been used because all the wires were wrapped up like perfectly from factory. All right, so plugging it in, and I do see some, I see the light charging, or I see it flashing. That's odd. I don't think I've ever seen a flashing PSP light. Let me try to turn it on now. All right, there it goes, it's turning on. I don't recall the charging light flashing. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to stay on. Not sure what that means, but yeah, it's booted up now. We've got power. Screen looks pretty good. Oh, somebody has played this before because we've got a picture of like roadkill in the back. What? Free cat, dude. This. Oh, that's so bad, but that's actually pretty funny. Not really, but like there's a sign that says free cat. It's basically a picture of the side of the road. It says free cat, and it's pointing to what assumes to be, I'll say, a cat sleeping on the side of the road. Oh man, good stuff. All right, let's check out what we got on this memory card, or memory stick, excuse me. I don't see any games or anything. Yeah, just all it's got is this cat pic from 2007. Good stuff. It's wild. Let's check out what firmware we're on. All right, so we're on 5.02, and the nickname is Brelsey. I probably pronounced that wrong. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, maybe there's a mystery game in here. And nope, no mystery game. I want to try out the sampler disc because I'm not sure what's on it. We're going to try it out, see what's in here. All right, so it shows up under video and game, so I'm not sure which it is. Let's boot it up. So we're booted up now. It looks like we have some demos. We got World Tour Soccer, NBA, Twisted Metal Head On, Ape Escape on the Loose, Wipeout Pure, Gretzky NHL, Hot Shots Golf 4, ATV Off-Road Fury. Man, I played ATV Off-Road Fury 2 on the PS2 I spent so many hours there. Yeah, so cool. We do have some demos. Not sure why it showed up under video, but let me check out the video page as well. So we're booted up the video now, and it does have some movies on here. Not sure it's full movies, probably some just trailers. But that's actually pretty neat. We got both video and we also got music on here. So we have game, video, and music. Not gonna try the music, but that's actually pretty cool. Oh, when you hover over it, it even tells you what music's on here. Hover it over on video, and it'll tell us what video's on here. Just so fancy. But this PSP is, I mean, it's working well. Assuming it works without the power cord plugged in. I'll have to charge it longer to test that out. But in general, this PSP seems to be fine. All right, so next up we have the PSP from this box right here. Now let's take a look at it. It is a PSP 1000. If it was truly true to the box, it should have been a 3000, but you know, it is what it is. Overall, this console looks not too bad. I got some scratching on the back. Now the front, the screen is not too bad. It's just pretty smudged up. Of course, no battery here. So let's go ahead and plug in the charger. All right, charger is plugged in, but it's not showing any lights. So that's not a good sign. Let me go ahead and, I have a spare battery that I know is charged up. Let me go ahead and put that in and see if this thing turns on. All right, well that will do it. There's no battery in there, so I got my spare battery. I'll put it in, see if it turns on. There we go, cool. See if it boots up all the way. And there it is. I don't see any issues with the screen. Trying to check it from all angles. Yeah, it looks, oh man, my battery fell out. I should probably put the battery in and then put the cover back on. That's what a smart person would do. All right, it's back on now and my battery is safely in place. And we do have some, looks like somebody's played this before because we got a background, custom background, a custom theme. And that's kind of funny. See if we have anything on the save data utility. Nothing there. Oh, there's no memory card, so that makes sense. Yeah, some sort of, I've never seen this theme before, but that's kind of funny. Let's go ahead and check out the system info and see what version it's on. All right, so we're on 6.6, and the nickname is Santiago. And honestly, I do not like this background because I can hardly see the text with the white background. So let me change it real quick. So we're back on the classic, and I changed it to green so you can see easier. All right, so screen looks good. Let's go ahead and open up the disk slot. Nope, no mystery games. Let's go ahead and put in the sampler disk and see if it works. All right, so game is not booting up yet. It's been running for about 15 to 20 seconds. It should show up by now, but it's not. So we'll try a different game now. Oh, there it is. All right, so it eventually showed up. It took a while to load the game, longer than it should have, but we'll see if it plays well. All right, so I figured out you can't actually play these demos. They just load up and play like a trailer, which kind of sucks. I guess it is what it is. This PSP is working though. Put a battery in, and now it's working. Let me see if this charges up though. All right, yes. So I did see an orange light briefly. Yeah, so I think it's charging up. And yes, this PSP seems good. Not quite in as good of condition as the last one, but still not bad. And also the game or the disc slot has trouble reading, so a little bit odd. We'll test that out some more later. But yeah, let's actually do a PS Vita console now. I'm very interested to see what kind of condition those are in, and we'll just pull one up. This one, ooh, first one I take a look at. This one is not good. We got a whole dent back there. The back is really scratched up. Here in the front, oh wow, that's not ideal. It actually looks worse on camera than in person. Like most of those I think are smudges. There's still scratches, but I think once I turn the screen on, it's actually not going to be too terrible. I mean, it's not good, but could be worse. All right, of course we have to do power. Let me plug it in, and hopefully we get some power when I plug it in. Any mystery? Oh, we do have a mystery game. Nice. Battle, we have All-Stars Battle Royale. Nothing too special. Oof, so plugged it in, no charging light, still not turning on. That's going to be unfortunate if it does not work at all. I paid a little too much for these PS Vitas. Oof, that's not good. All right. Oh, wait. For a second, I thought I saw a charging light. All right, let's move on to the next PS Vita and see if it works. Now, this one doesn't look quite as bad. Still not good. I think a lot of that's just smudging that I can wipe off. Now, here in the back, some scratches and stuff. Again, maybe that's not a dent. Maybe that's just on every PS Vita in that light. Huh, interesting. All right, let's plug this in. See if this one will charge up. All right, cool. So we do have a charging light there. So it appears to be charging up, but I probably need to let it charge up for a little bit before I can actually turn it on. So I'll put that to the side, and we'll move back over to some PSPs. All right, so next PSP looks interesting. We have this weird grip, which, oh, that's weird. It slides out and in, so you can, I guess, hold it like this, or you can push it in, ooh, and hold it like that. That is interesting. But this grip is very, very scratched up. I guess it's a good thing this console had the grip on. Oh, and I guess that's how you release it. Okay. So yeah, that is interesting. Let's go ahead and try to take this thing off. All right, it comes off pretty easily. Just lift up the flap, and oof, it's got some dirt in the cracks where the edges of the case met the console. I think a lot of that should just be wiped off though. Here in the back, it feels pretty light. I don't think it has a battery in it. Let me check. Yeah, no battery. So let's try out the battery from the last console and see if it works. All right, we got our battery. Hold it in place for now, just to see if it turns on. And cool, it is turning on. Let's go ahead and put this cover back on. Nice, so it is booting up. We've got sound. Let's up that brightness, of course. I don't even know, looks like some kind of like WWE wrestler, I don't know. All right, let's see what the system settings say this version is. System info, we're on 2.6, so pretty old. And yeah, it's Wrestler for Life 72, so that is a wrestler. I knew that looked like a wrestler. All right, let's go ahead and change the background real quick. And do we have an no memory stick, I guess. We can actually check here. And yeah, I don't see one. So let's plug in a game. I'm going to put an actual game in this time instead of this stupid little sampler disc that's just videos. So in one of the other PSP consoles I have here, I have this Superhero Squad game. It's a Marvel game. Let's go ahead and put that in, see if it works. Disc looks good at first glance. All right, cool. There it is. And to start, we need to be on the latest firmware. I don't know much about the PSP modding scene, so I don't know if it's bad to update. Like, I don't know if it'd be worthwhile to keep it on 2.6. Let me see if I can surf Google real quick and figure out. So from a quick Google search, it appears that it doesn't really matter and I can upgrade and you can just downgrade it later if you want to, but I'm going to leave it on lower firmware just because. And you know, if the UMD showed up pretty quickly, so I'm assuming the game will work fine. This PSP seems to be pretty good. Got some scratches and stuff, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, so we gotten lucky so far. First 3 PSPs have actually worked just fine. Most of them just need a good wipe down. And let's go ahead and go back to that PS Vita and see if it works. All right, so it's still not turning on. Let me try the next Vita and see if that does the same thing. Now this one doesn't look quite as bad. That actually looks pretty decent. Let's go ahead and see if it turns on. All right, this one's not turning on. It needs to be charged up as well. So we'll go ahead and charge up these PS Vitas and then try to turn them on. So while these PS Vita consoles charge, we're gonna go ahead and try out the rest of these PSPs. So I got one right here. I also have a second one right here. So we're 3 for 3 on the PSPs so far. 0 for 1 on the PS Vita so far, and got a couple extras in this little PSP bag. So we have a 1000 console here, and this one appears to be a 2000 or 3000. Yeah, it's 3000. Nice. So we only have one 3000 here. Kind of unfortunate, but no battery there. Let's go ahead and try out the 1000 first. We also have X-Men Legends. So this one does have a battery, but no charge. Now we're charging up now. Let's see if it boots up. All right, so there it goes. We got another PSP console turning on, and I just noticed there appears to be some sort of crack, or I don't know what that is. That's like maybe some sort of internal crack. I can't feel the crack, but it's definitely there. Huh, interesting. Now let's see if we have anything saved. No memory stick. Let's put in this memory stick and see if there's anything on it. All right, memory stick, 21 megs free, no games. Okay. Let's see if we've got anything on the system software. So going to system info, we are on system software 6.2, and the nickname is P768, which is super creative. Don't know where that came from, yeah, let's go ahead and try out a game. No game in here. We'll try out this X-Men Legends game that I got. Looks pretty good at first glance. All right, so it does not sound good. I don't really hear it spinning, but I hear some clicking. Not sure if you guys can really hear that, but it's definitely not reading the game. So that's unfortunate. I don't think it was even trying to. But the good thing about these PSP consoles, if the disk drive does not work, they're pretty easy to hack and use for emulators and all the other good stuff. So not all is lost, and you can probably also repair them. I've never actually repaired a PSP disk drive myself, so I'm not sure how difficult it is. But that one, close to working. Let's try out this last one here, which is a PSP 3000. Now, does this have a memory card? Let me check. And it does not, unfortunately, but let's go ahead and put a battery in it and see if it works. All right, so battery in, got green light. Console, this console also looks like it has a little tiny crack at the corner. Not sure you guys can really see that, but there's like one little tiny one right there. That's weird that both of these have a crack in that corner. I almost wonder, these two were packaged together and they each had their own individual bag, but I think they were stacked on top of each other. I wonder if they got cracked in shipping. I'm gonna have to take a look at the photos and see if I see a crack in the photos they had in the listing, because that's really odd that both of them would have a crack in like almost the exact same spot. Man, it's amazing how much lighter the PSP 3000 is than the 1000. Let's go to put a game in. Actually, I guess the thing I didn't try on the other console is a different game, so it could be a game issue. Actually, probably not, because this one is spinning up fine now, so it's probably a disk drive issue on the last console. All right, so this one, the UMD is showing up. Alright, so this game is booting up and this PSP console appears to work. Now, I wanted to let you guys know that everything in this video will be auctioned off on a future Whatnot auction. And if you don't know what Whatnot is, it's essentially a crossover between eBay and Twitch. So I'll get on and I'll live stream and I'll sell stuff simultaneously. Now, like I said, everything in this video will be in a future live stream, whether it works or not. So if you use my link down below, you can get a $15 credit to use on anything on Whatnot. And I'm also doing a PS5 giveaway on Whatnot soon, so make sure to check that out down below. So let me go ahead and show you the process to get your $15 credit and also how to enter the giveaway. So first thing you want to do is hit the link down below. It'll take you to this page where you click claim your credit and sign up, and you'll get $15 of Whatnot credit. Now, once you've done that, you'll open up the app, go down to the middle, hit the search button, go to the top, type in Jacob Barr. You'll see my profile, click on that, click see all shows, and you'll see all my shows here. Go ahead and bookmark all of them. So you can go ahead and click on any of the live streams, go to the bottom right hand corner where it says store, then go to buy now, and you'll see these gift cards right here that you can use your credit on. And if you also come back to my shows page and click on PS5 giveaway, that's when I'll be giving away the PS5. So all you gotta do is be present in the stream, make sure your address and everything is verified, and you'll be eligible to win. All right, cool. So I am glad that all the PSP consoles turn on and mostly work. A couple have disk drive issues, but that's not the end of the world. Now the PS Vita consoles are a different story. This one right here did not turn on at all. And let's go ahead and check out the rest of them. We actually have a cool looking one right here. I think this is one of the newer models, which I've never actually personally used. When I bought a PS Vita, I got it close to launch, and it was this model right here. The later model, which I think is an LCD screen if I remember correctly, it actually feels really nice in the hands. Obviously, it looks slightly different. Ooh, man, that is so scratched up. Why are all these Vita consoles in such poor condition? That's so sad. Like, what do people do to their consoles? That just looks like it was dragged on the pavement. Man, let's just go ahead and see if this one turns on, I guess. Oh, there we go. It's turning on. Surprise, surprise, it has battery. Now, there is like a little chip up there. Chip or crack or something. The screen is not too bad. Most of that's dust. There are a few small scratches here and there, but nothing too terrible. And then inside of this little baggie right here, we also have a game. All right, yeah, so it is booted up, and the screen works, touchscreen works. Nice. Man, it's been so long since I booted up a Vita and actually played on a Vita, but let's see what it got on here. We got Final Fantasy X downloaded, and the screen looks so much better than the PSP screen. Nothing else really crazy here. I don't see any other games. PS4 Link. See if we have any mystery games in here. Ooh, why is that yellow? That's so weird. Yeah, no mystery game. Let's go ahead and put in, oh, that makes sense because we got Final Fantasy X. That would make sense why that's already on the console. All right, let's try that out. And I'm curious if this has an SD card in it. Let's check. Oh yeah, it does have, I can't remember. I think the PS Vita had proprietary memory as well. So it is in there. And the game is working. I really like the screen. It looks pretty nice. Maybe I'm just used to looking at the PSP screen and anything is better than it now. But let's see if we can find any like data on here. Settings. Like I said, it's been forever since I played a Vita, so I got to kind of remember what I'm looking at here. System info. We're on 3.36. We do have a memory card, which has 14 gigs free. I'm not sure if I can see like any personal info to see like the last time this was played or not. All right, yeah, so it's just user 974, which appears to just be a local profile and not a PSN profile. It's just a local profile, so nothing special. And going to the trophies, it looks like this person literally only played Final Fantasy X, and that was it. And they have 3% of the trophies. Now I can't say too much because I have a PS Vita. I got it close to launch, and I played like 3 games total on it. Like I did not play it much. Great console, but I just did not play it. Yeah, this console's working, and we actually have a 14 gig memory card in here. The only problem with this is the back. Why is that so scratched up? Like, I can clean this up a little bit and wipe that dirt off and stuff, but these scratches those are here to stay. Just odd. Now the screen is not too bad though. There are some scratches on the screen, but you can't really see them, which is obviously a good thing. So thankfully we do have at least one PS Vita that works. Now let's try out the one that I've been charging for a while and see if it'll finally turn on. All right, so here's the first one I started charging up, and let me hold the power button. There it is. Cool. Whew, man. I was getting scared because I paid a lot for this PS Vitas. Like, I think there was 2 of them together. I paid like almost $300 for, which is just like absolutely stupid for untested PS Vitas. But yeah, here we go. I wonder if we have an SD card in here or nope, nothing in there. I don't think there's a profile since there's no memory card, but we'll check anyway. Now, for some reason, none of the buttons are working when I try to scroll through the screen. Maybe that's a later feature in a different firmware version, or maybe there's a setting somewhere. I'm not sure, but let's go ahead and try out a game. And I guess then we'll figure out if all the buttons work. All right, so we're going to try out the Battle Royale from the broken console, see if that loads up and works. All right, apparently I need a memory card to even play this game. So let me just steal one from this last console. All right, so putting the memory card in, it wants me to update the system software, but then it says I can not update it if I just format the card. Let me format it because there there was not much on that card. All right, so here we are. We are finally booted up. Memory card situation is fixed, and I'm gonna play some Sly Cooper on this this game a little bit. And we're gonna make sure all the buttons work. All right, so all the buttons are working. This game is actually pretty fun. I do have this for my Vita, but I didn't play it much. And honestly, it just doesn't compare to Smash Bros. I mean, there's obviously different characters, but Smash Bros. Just feels much more advanced and better button controls and just a more advanced gameplay, which makes sense since it's been around longer. Yeah, I'm not sure why the buttons were not working on the home screen. I'm sure my editor knows since he's a Vita fanatic, so maybe he'll answer our questions on the screen. But this console's working pretty well. Once I got it charged up, I'm not sure why it took so long to get any kind of charge, but let's go ahead and move on to the next Vita and see if that one has enough charge now. And just one more thing here. Do you guys remember this little flap right here in this little port? I think they built this for expansion for some potential accessory, but I don't think they ever used it. Let me know if you know anything else about that. Not sure if they ever actually ended up using this port, but I remember buying my Vita when I first got it, and I was like, what is this port for? And it was just never used for anything. All right, so I let this thing charge for like 15 minutes. I think it hopefully has enough charge now. Let's go ahead and see if it can boot up. Yes. Okay, thank goodness, man. Yeah, I mean, it was already bad enough that one of these consoles did not boot it up at all. I'm actually gonna plug this one in for a while and see if it does anything. I mean, when I tried to boot it up earlier, it didn't boot up and it didn't charge at all, but I'll leave it plugged in anyway. But back to this one, we are booted up now and the date and time is working, and see if we got any free games in here, and we do not, unfortunate. But cool. All right, let's see if we got anything saved on here. And oh, we do have some stuff here. We got Final Fantasy Tactics, Chrono Trigger, Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Sudoku 2, Persona 4, Front Mission 3, and Crunchyroll. I wonder if these PS1 games will actually work or if I have to connect to the network. Oh, cannot access the memory card. Nice. All right, so let's see if there's a memory card in here. I think I might have checked. Oh, yeah, there is a memory card. Huh. That is interesting that it cannot access the memory card. Let me try one of these other ones. All right, yeah, so that PS1 game is working. That's pretty cool. Now, there was a little bit of inception there. It was a PS1 game on a PSP, and the PSP game is on the PS Vita, so got yourself some inception there. I wonder if the other one works. We got Front Mission 3. I'll try that one out as well. All right, yeah, that one is booting up as well. I'll go ahead and back out and see what else is here. So probably cannot play any of these other games. The game is working. I do want to go back and see if we can figure out any more details about this person's user settings. All right, so first of all, we're on System Software 3.52, and we have a 14 gig memory card, only 8,000 megabytes free. Now let's see, we can figure out some other stuff as well. Now going to the PlayStation Network, you can see that somebody is signed in. I'm going to blur out their info, but you can see their PSN name and their email and all that stuff. I wonder if it actually lets you log in without typing in the login. Okay, cool. So it does make you type in the login info, so that's good. Like, I'm going to try to sign out here and see if it'll still let me play those games that were downloaded. Yes, I'm not sure how the PS Vita digital verification stuff works, but it is still letting me play even though I'm signed out of that person's PSN account. Now let's go ahead and try out a physical game, of course, and see if that works. Installing, and I don't think I talked about it too much, but this console doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's got some scratches and scuffs, but nothing too crazy. Nothing nearly as bad as this one right here, man. That just so bad. Oh yeah, another PS Vita console working. We're 3 out of 4 right now. All right, so backing out to the home menu, I do want to see if we can figure out some more info about this profile on here. I'm gonna go to the trophies and see how much this player played. All right, so just checking the system, we got Geometry Wars, Fat Princess, Binding of Isaac. Got a fair amount of games, nothing too crazy here. Now, PlayStation Network, it probably will not let us see what's on here because I got to log in and connect to the internet and all that good stuff, which is not going to happen. So, yeah, I really wish it would tell me, like, the last time this person played. I don't think it does, though. Like, it says updated in 2015. I don't know if that really means anything. Earned in 2015. Okay, so they last earned a Persona 4 trophy in 2015, at least that one right there, and this one was also earned in 2015, so it very well may have been 2015 when this console was last played. Maybe Geometry Wars has a later trophy. Nope, no trophies earned here. Yeah, so just looking at these, they all say updated in 2015, so I'm assuming this person last played in 2015, which is kind of crazy. It was 7 years ago this console was played. It's amazing. It's always just weird to think about where these consoles come from. Like, how do they get to Goodwill? Does somebody leave their console behind and their mom or something donates it, or do people actually donate their own consoles? Like, I don't know, I guess people do, but me personally, I've always either resold my consoles or just kept them. It's just hard to imagine taking your precious console and just giving it to Goodwill and letting them profit off of it, but it is what it is, I guess. But we actually fairly successful in this lot. We got 3 PS Vita consoles that work. Then we have 5 PSP consoles that work. Mostly we have 2 of them that have disk drive issues, but other than that, nothing too crazy. But like I said, everything here will go on a Whatnot auction in a few weeks. So make sure to check out that link down below and get a $15 credit and also enter the PS5 giveaway. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed.